Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to my newest Sims 4 speed build. I've decided to build a new house with the Sims 4 game pack of Jungle Adventures. I haven't really played around with the gameplay yet, but I am already obsessed with the furniture and the artwork of this pack. I think it's just gorgeous. The jungle is beautiful, the furniture and the objects are amazing, and I really liked using them. This video turned out to be a little bit longer than expected, so I've cut it down into 2 parts, so stick around tomorrow for part 2 of this build. This house is inspired by South American houses, so I did some Google research and yeah, started to play around with the newest objects. I believe I'm using objects from Cats and Dogs, the new game pack obviously, Jungle Adventures, and I used one object of Get Together of The Sims 4. Just yeah, a pool ladder, that's all I used. So yeah, here I'm figuring out the layout of the house. It'll change. I couldn't really make up my mind, that's why this build takes longer than the other ones. So I had to cut it down. Well, I had to split the video into 2 parts. You see me play around with the layout a little bit more, and the windows and the doors and everything. I had some troubles with the octagonal roofing. Yeah. Using the new roof tiles. I have to say, this pack is just it's an amazing new pack, an amazing new addition, especially if you like landscaping. These outdoor plants are just gorgeous to look at. All the jungle stuff is beautiful, and you'll see that when I start landscaping, it just makes it look yeah, complete. Here I'm changing the color so everything matches. It's hard to match colors in The Sims 4, but I'm doing my best anyways. Had some issues with lining up the columns. Couldn't really make up my mind. I'll change it again later. I didn't really know what to do with those windows. I know they have shutters, and you would put shutters on the outside of your building, but for some reason the game automatically puts the shutters inside, so I was guessing that the shutters should go inside, but I'll change it later on because I think it looks better if the shutters are on the outside of the building, on the exterior. Making another deck area, and then expanding it a little bit more. And making sure that all the roofing looks the same. Was adjusting the roof height a little bit so you wouldn't see it peek through the sides of the building. Oh, I have to say I love the colors of this pack too. There's very bright colors, so joyful. Yeah, overall, the feeling of this pack is just, it gives such a positive, beautiful vibe. Makes me want to travel. Now I'm going to decide the layout of the house, I think. But that will change too. The first goal of figuring out the layout. At first I had 3 bedrooms, but I wanted 4, so I play around with the layout a bit more. Using the new kitchen, I try to use as many objects as possible from the newest game pack. I wanted to make an island, but they don't have island counters, so yeah, that's a shame. Because I wanted to have a little dining room area on the side of the kitchen where the table is set right now, but because I couldn't make an island counter and I didn't want to mismatch with other kitchens, I moved the table back into the kitchen because that space is quite big, and it would have felt very empty without that table or an island counter. Oh, those chimneys. Well, it's not a chimney. Those fireplaces, that's it. They are just beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. Look at those vibrant colors. I first wanted to add a staircase on the inside of the house, but I figured because there already was a staircase on the outside, that wasn't really necessary. I deleted those windows because I didn't want to use too many different packs, so I just used some windows from the Cats and Dogs pack instead. And I wanted to add a chimney, but it always looked a bit weird, so in the end I don't use a chimney. Here I wanted to make a family bathroom, but again I had some issues figuring out the layout because of the windows, and I also thought it would be weird with those open windows, but in the end I changed it again because it looks a a little bit too much in my opinion. Although the layout quite works this way, and with the it's weird, the closed windows and the open windows. The closed windows are a 2-tile window, and the open windows, well, with the open shutters, are 3 tiles. So if you want to use them, you have to make sure it works out in the end, and it still looks nice. Playing around with the colors of the bathroom. Here I'm raising up the windows because of the aesthetics. It looks a bit nicer. And here I'm changing everything again, putting the shutters on the outside instead of the inside, because it just looks right. But then I had to change the layout again from the bathroom, which makes the hallway look very weird, and the bathroom as well, actually. I love the colors of these tiles, but I didn't want to overdo it. So I only used them against the walls of the fireplace and in the kitchen. Such a gorgeous color. I was playing around with the colors of the kitchen. I actually can't wait to play with the gameplay, play around with the gameplay of this game pack. I've seen some videos online, and it actually looks amazing to go explore and develop the new skill, the archaeology skill. Oh, excuse me, man, that's such a tough word, especially when you're not a native American, English speaker. Well, I guess my accent is muddled anyway. I always think it's amazing when I watch other YouTubers making videos like this. They keep on talking and talking, and now I'm making these videos on my own, well, my own videos. I'm like, what do they talk about? What should I be talking about? And they talk about everything. So maybe I should talk a little about myself. So yeah, I'm Kenneth. I live in Belgium. I speak Dutch normally, and a little bit of French as well. Well, Dutch or Flemish, depends on who you ask. Flemish isn't really a language. It's more like a dialect, I guess. But I live in Flanders, and Flemish people speak Flemish, although it's actually Dutch. But it sounds softer. Doesn't sound as harsh as Dutch, I guess. We have soft G's instead of the from the Netherlands. Well, there's some history for you. filling up the spaces with some objects. That makes or breaks a room for me. Adding all these details do make it more realistic. Now I'm working on probably my least favorite bedroom. Oh, okay. And back to the kitchen, I guess. The kitchen was looking a bit dark, so I'm cheating a little bit by using one of those very bright lamps from the base game. And that tool to make objects smaller is really useful, so you can really hide it up the chandelier so no one will notice. And then I added a television. I thought that this room needed a television. Well, maybe not this room, but this house at least needed a television. You can use this as a holiday home, although it is quite expensive to spend a night there. I believe it's like 1,400 simoleons per night because of all the objects I used. It's an expensive house, so that makes the holiday experience expensive as well. Making this into a powder room is what you call it, I think. Oh, those tiles. Aquamarine blue, they're just beautiful. You have to take a shot every time I say beautiful. I changed it into a single bedroom bed because the double wasn't working. It's a very narrow, long room. And then adding some curtains to give it some privacy. And I think I start landscaping in this video as well. A little bit of landscaping, not too much yet. I'll continue the landscaping in the next video, and the next video will also contain the screenshots. Those plants, they're so lush, they're so green. I think they're very beautiful. And I like these wall plants as well. You can create such lush environments with them. Sometimes it's hard to speak English, I have to say. I wasn't sure if I should use pink flowers or red flowers, so I'll change these to pink again, but in the next video I will change them again to red. Red is my favorite color, so... And I really wanted this house to have a overgrown feeling, like it really belongs in the jungle. I'm not building in the jungle, but the screenshots are taken in the jungle pack, in the jungle world, and it just belongs there. Like I'm making these areas for your plants, but they're just overgrown. Like a holiday home, and yeah, they started planting these flowers and plants, but they're just overgrown now. They're everywhere. I just love playing around with them. Make it lush, green and beautiful. Well, anyway, we're near the end of part 1 of this video. If you want to see more, then definitely come back tomorrow for part 2. And thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment down below. Goodbye, have a nice day.